What if I told you that there is a more fun and better event than Global Go Fest?
It's crazy talk. You're crazy.
Of course, Global Go Fest and the Go Fest events are amazing, right? Like, they're brilliant, and the one we just had was brilliant. Loved getting Mega Mewtwo, and we've even got the makeup event this weekend. And obviously, I'm going to be out, I'm going to be doing loads of raids, I'm going to be making the most out of that event. But if you haven't played wild area events, and we've got the global one coming up as well, I believe the 14th and 15th of November, 2026, obviously. If you haven't played those events, then you are missing out. Obviously, Global and GoFest, they're brilliant. But when I'm talking about just having genuine fun, like loading up and doing an event which is just genuinely fun and feels like what a Pokemon Go experience should be, I think of the wild area events. This year will mark the third event that we've had for wild area, and I'll literally show you my catches from the prior two events in a second. But some of my most fun and best catches have come from these two events. I'm talking in the wild, fully evolved Pokemon with boosted IVs. So I think the worst they can be is like 12, 12, 12, which makes it so that you got a more guaranteed chance of getting like a 96, a 98, a hundo. And then you can also get the shiny and also their XL and XXL Pokemon. So they're going to be fully evolved, bigger Pokemon, which just makes them more fun to capture anyway. So this is what I'm talking about. Let's go through some of my catches now. Alright, so here we are. I've simply put in XXL and XL. Ignore the Zacian and Garchomp, but let's start with they're called Mighty. So we've got a Mighty Dragonite here. 4-star XXL. It's just, yep, there we go. 4-star. I remember capturing this in the last 2 minutes of the hour of the event. So I think they changed it up last year. Hopefully they make it 10 minutes this year. I think maybe it was 10 minutes last year as well, but in 2024 it was literally the last 2 minutes of every hour you had these Mighty, basically fully evolved, can be XL, can be XXL, can even go shiny Pokemon. So I caught this, I believe it was the last hour, the last 2 minutes, and yeah, this is what I changed and made into the Mega Dragonite when that dropped. We just scroll down to the bottom. Yep, there we go. You get them in the Safari balls, which are basically balls which have like boosted odds for catching, which are nice. Reminds me of the old Pokemon games. But let's go through some of these. I think we've got the Garchomp. Yeah, that one's an XL. Scroll down to the bottom. Caught that one in 2025. And so I think we've got T-Tar here, which is one. We'll go through some more of these. Once again, wild area. So what they end up doing is they swap out like some of the mighty Pokemon. They maybe bring a few back. T-Tar, Garchomp, Dragonite, always amazing Pokemon, right? You can farm the XLs. You can try and potentially get a Shundo from these events. I think these Gyarados, let me scroll down. Yep, once again, that was 2024. So I'm hoping this year they have like a whole massive switch up of different fully evolved Pokemon, or they call them mighty ones. Let's check these. Yeah, I believe this one was. Yep, there we go. That was from 2024. Mamoswine, 2024. This Weavile, once again, another 4-star XXL Pokemon. Yep. And then where was that one from? And that was from 2025. I was particularly after the Shundo that day. I would have loved to have gotten the Shundo. But we'll take a 4-star XXL, won't we? We all would. So this is what I'm talking about. I think I got the Hatterini here as well. Just loads of like fully evolved, bigger sized, because obviously they're bigger sized, XL or XXL. Good for putting in the showcase, good for getting rewards. 4-star Pokemon. And yes, they can be shiny as well. So, and you just, every, like, I think it was the last 10 minutes last year, like I was saying, and I'm hoping this year they make it the last 10 minutes, where you're just going after so many amazing fully evolved Pokemon that can be Shundo, that are boosted odds. And obviously Go Fest is amazing as well, but it's not like this, is it? Where you're just going after like just massive fully evolved Pokemon, which can be Shundo. You've got more better odds, right? So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. And let's just put in Gigantamax in background, because remember, not only is it like these wild area mighty Pokemon, but there's also an introduction oftentimes of new Dynamax Pokemon and new Gigantamax Pokemon. So I think the 2024, we had the Toxtricity, which I think looks amazing, one of the best electric type Gigantamax Pokemon. So that was caught 2024. And I think, yeah, this one had the background as well, which I think looks quite nice. And then 2025, we had the Grimmsnarl. And I think I got a shiny one of these as well, but not with the background. But yeah, a nice looking background there as well. That was, yeah, 2025. I think I remoted that one from Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Of course, what would be cool is the introduction of some new wild shiny Pokemon while we're at it, because that's what we usually get. And then the introduction of some cool new Gigantamax Pokemon. I'm hoping for the Urshifus. Like, that would be amazing. At the same time, that might be like too much. They might be saving that for like, I don't know, 2027. Who knows? But, you know, it would be cool to get some new ones. So maybe like Gigantamax Dreadnought, Gigantamax Centiskorch. What's that other one that we recently had the debut of? Sandaconda, Gigantamax Sandaconda. The previous thing that evolves into that, Silicobra, I think it's called. That was obviously just a rubbish debut of that Pokemon, because they made it available for literally 2 days in the wild, and then they took it back and they made it like really hard to find. It kind of needs like the overlay of 2 biomes or something. I can't remember. It's like desert biome and then like grasslands or something. I can't remember, but it's ridiculously hard to get. So at least if they brought out Gigantamax Sandaconda, that's the one, then at least we'll all get the debut or the Dex entry of that at least. So that could be cool. And let's not forget that last year we had the introduction of the silver bottle cap. Obviously we recently had the golden bottle cap, but I imagine come November they'll bring it back, and that would just be the cherry on top for this event. But yeah, just some cool new shinies and some cool Dynamax, and then obviously Gigantamax Pokemon would really make the Wild Area Global 2026 event a brilliant event. And folks, that does bring us on to the makeup event for Global Go Fest, which is happening this Sunday, July 26th, 10 AM to 7 PM local time. It is essentially going to be a rerun of what we had for the Sunday for Global Go Fest. So another chance essentially then to get the shiny Mewtwo with that gorgeous DNA background. I didn't get one for the Go Fest original weekend, so I guess it's all to play for. You are going to get 12 free raid passes, which is actually pretty insane. I don't think we're going to have the same wild spawns, but then that's only because I think we got the 10th anniversary Ultra Unlock still going. So I think it's just going to be like the starters spawning. I think that's the case. But then with all the raids and stuff that was happening, that's going to be the same. And really, that's probably the best part in my opinion. And once again, like 12 free raid passes, that's really good. Originally it was 9, so they're giving us extra. They're trying to say sorry for what happened with all the technical faults. So yeah, folks, I'm pretty excited. Let me know, are you chasing that shiny Mewtwo once again? But that's going to be about it from me, folks. Please slap the like button. Massively helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you're new, please consider subscribing. The channel keeps growing and I love hearing from everyone. So yeah, please let me know down below what you got going on this weekend. And yeah, are you taking part? It's all to play for, folks. Please, everyone, take care and catch you all in the next one.